Dikram, yes, say you or Chambe Kwame some beef. He say the time start rap, you be Kidi, they wear pampers and things. I mean, I'm like, Charlie, it be shocking because Chambe Kwame doesn't speak like that.
It be free speech. Me, the only thing that I always adore is that I am the one making the news. It be my name they mention. You know, if it could have been any other person. It's just like when Reggie said, okay, I feel like Dikram should go join Pride. It could have been any other person. Chambe Kwame said, when he was rapping, I was in diapers. Maybe he free-minded talk. Maybe I was really in diapers. But it's not even about that time. Now, he who's making it, he who's going forward. And I'm always glad to see other people shine as well.
Dr. Crime's name is his artistic name.
Definitely.
For Chambe Kwame, Rap Doctor is his positioning. That's his tagline.
Thank you.
Two different things altogether.
Thank you.
One is called Dr. Crime. That's my name. One's tagline is that I'm Chambe Kwame. His brand name is Chambe Kwame.
Because
if you look at all this,
with the group, it came
how he's deployed his brand, it's okay, Chambe Kwame, okay, Chambe Kwame. That's the brand.
I do understand that publicity is key in what we do as an industry, but this back and forth is not necessary. Charlie, people are striking deals. They are penning multi-million deals. And so if you want to sit here and waste and expend your time in responding to something that is so comical, for me, I think it's a waste of time.
Let's say thank you to Vienna City, as always, for making it possible for us to have this awesome show over here. And that's where you want to party on Friday nights. I mean, it starts from Monday throughout the week. We have great times that you want to come here and then show your skills. You want to be on the dance floor and do your own thing. Of course, you can do that. You'll find me here serving you drinks and all of that. So it's always an exciting time to be here at Vienna City. And also, let's say thank you to Marie Noel for making sure that we look good, you know, doing our makeups for us, our pedicure, manicure, and everything. You want to go to Osu Salem Street, that's where you can find them. And you can call them on 0244-211-311 and talk to Marie Noel. And Champion Dishes also making sure that we're always doing good when it comes to good food. That's where you have to go. So go there right now and enjoy the best of food. And that's all we're talking about. Adabraka, and you can find them there. Then that will be good. Will Lloyds is also giving us pretty good t-shirts and all of that, you know. So if you're, you know, one of our ardent viewers out there, please stay with us because there's some things that you're going to be winning over here on the show. I'll bring some of the Will Lloyds t-shirts so you can see the amazing stuff, and we'll be giving some of them out very soon. So you might just want to continue to watch us and let's have a great time together.
Because first of all, Chambe Kwame is miles ahead with regards to longevity, with regards to awards won, than D-Black. It's a fact.
My name is
D-Crime.
Sorry, D-Crime. You understand? That's a fact. And so we do not want to go there. So let's just stick to what he is doing. He's out with singles, right?
Yes. An ongoing one still.
Let's push it.
That's but when we encourage Manifest and Sax beef.
No, but that's real beef.
That was juicy.
This is not a real beef.
This is not a real beef.
I mean, come on.
Manifest and
this. And you see, like Vanessa said, and like I said also, he gave him props.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
that's no beef. Beef is coming at you A to Z.
Like the one love.
No, he gave him props.
Yeah, well, that was a good one too.
That was thick. And the guy replied again.
No, that is a different scenario. That's a different scenario. You understand?
I'm not saying you should reply. I just want you to see the facts of it.
I probably see where Kelly is going. Much as I wouldn't support the fact that D-Crime should respond in the ways that Kelly wants him to.
No, I've not
for this, like for their crafts, and for the industry.
Yeah,
things like that are allowed. If he feels that he can leverage on something like that to push a particular song, for all you know, I mean, he's released the song. He's probably not getting the level of airplay he wants. He's probably not getting the level of publicity attention he wants. If he wants to run on this, right, and push the song, push the brand, and push what he stands for, it's all well and good. It's fine. I mean, it's allowed. But like I indicated, I mean, if you also want to use it as an opportunity to reach out to Kwame and say, oh, I like the props you give me and all of that. This, I want to do some song with you. We could do some song together. It's all well and good. It's the reaction. It's the follow-ups. It's very, very important. If Chambe Kwame, being who he is, had gone out there to give you props and to pass a comment, it shows that there's a certain level of admiration he has for you. And if you can also use that as an opportunity to reach out to him to say, oh, Miss F, I want we could do some song together. Can we do the song of the Doctors? You know, a song of the Doctors, or rap Doctors on a song, something. Put a twist to it and push it. It's very, very important. I can understand that. No, I mean,
really?
I can understand that for Kelly and a lot of bloggers, they would want to milk it. Or understandably, it's fine. I mean, you know how.
But I know there's a blogger. He doesn't seem to believe it.
No, but he has his own editorial policies and his own positioning. I mean, there are blogs that thrive on sensationalism. It's fine. I mean, we should allow it. It's allowed. There are some blogs that are saying, listen, I'm ethical. I'll write stories based on this. And this is where I stand. Nothing will push me to fall for the sensationalism. It's fine.
There's nothing unethical.
So talking about bloggers, since we've had the chance. Thanks to KMG, you know, we've had the platform now to see sometimes the faces behind the people.
Exactly. Points,
Now, I don't know. I'm not sure that there's a tier road for how to write your stories and everything. But now, God bless technology. It's in our palm, right? Anybody could be a blogger anytime, any day.
Anybody could be
anybody could be a blogger anytime, any day. The answer when you have one CD bundle and your internet, type one or two things, then you're good to go. Now, another thing that it's a problem. I'm standing in let's say most of the artists' shoes right now to say this. In an interview, longer one, I know the headlines. Some of the headlines someday be very weak. Me, I get time to read, I would understand. But people, you know, in Ghana, mostly what I know is people do the headlines and they don't need the rest of the content. That's it. Yeah. Do we always have to, or do we mostly have to just take the sensational bad side out of the whole good story and just make the headline?
It's about driving traffic.
Now, the painful thing is that anytime that we have to travel outside or with our fans or whatever, we always have to answer for those way they write there. Most times, I'm saying with the artist, if I travel right now, I have to answer for D Black, I have to answer for One Love, I have to answer for Kwame. And why? Because they read it online. You know, if you praise your artist higher than Dayawa. That's my question here.
I think D makes a lot of sense.
I'm being frank.
But that's why you see, every art informing a brand, perception is very important. What forms a perception is the narrative you form for it. That's why people would have people that professionally will create the narrative, protect the narrative, and ensure that that narrative they want, right, they would always put it out there. You understand? See, the bloggers, they can do whatever they like. But if you and your team are really in charge of your narrative, they can throw it anyway, anyhow. If you understand it and know how to bounce back and everything and all of that, every time you maintain your narrative. See, in this town, we've had very, very strong, sensational political newspapers. But how come we have some politicians who every day they are in the news, but constantly they are admired by both sides? It's because they are in control of their narrative. They understand that the perception is as much as what they put out, as much as possible, what the newspapers put out and also what they put out. You understand? This is where you should be. And I know that the likes of Arnold, over time, I'd always advise that, listen, you can't stop the bloggers. Heck, you know, even now more than ever, social media pages have become the blogs. Microblogs. It's microblogs. You can't stop them from doing what they want to do. They can be forward by their own objectives. It could commercial or anything. But for you, what is your narrative? What do you really want to put out there? You need a team. If you think that, oh, on my own, I'm smart, I understand the whole media and communications game properly, know how to respond, know how to put out there, know what to do at what particular time. It's all well and good, it's fine. But it's also important, if you want to be here, still be doing this thing, to have a team that controls your narrative and your image.
Not about the team. Everybody has a team that they work with. I'm saying that the key people that we look up to, I might not know some of the names, but we get to see their stories all the time. As they be negative.
That's why
the question I'm saying is that we respect. Let me give you an example. I know Amayao. I know him personally, and I know his line of way. I think that lately, you know, he posts most of the more funny things and everything. That's what he chose. But regardless, you know, I know his line of stories, and you're credible on Phantom.
So you think Amiyah is credible?
I respect him for most of the things he does. Now, again,
you talk about your point.
Again, these key people that we're still looking up to, you know, like I'm saying, some of the big names, the moment you keep writing that yawa, yawa, yawa all the time, what do I find with you? Because you could just type, you could write good brofo and all that. But we have to remove our mouth.
Yes, and you must do it very well. That's why
I'm saying, if other countries, so, excuse me to say, they are now we hear. Last time I was here on the radio say, do we have to ban Nigerian music and everything? And Nigerian then get them my own yawa, but my bloggers they make sure say like. Almost
they cover that all the time.
Hey, who tell you?
They get them my own
yawa. Nigerian bloggers they bash them.
Oh, with the follow up.
You seem to have an issue with what he just said.
Listen what I said.
Time, finish up and then I'll come back to you.
They get their own yawa, but they make sure say like 75%.
No, the artists have strong.
The bloggers are here.
How do they work? They work hand in hand. They don't stand back. They bash them.
You see this problem? You see this problem you have with bloggers and media people everywhere around the world. No, not you. Okay, sorry, make a refresh. Make a refresh. Make a refresh. Make a refresh.
There's so many people that's up on the map than just the super yawa because you're body. Oh, Siddiq way smack some game bottles. Siddiq way just hit somebody in game. Bounce up. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 story. The same thing about Siddiq. Oh, Joe.
But let's say thank you to Vienna City, as always, for making it possible for us to have this awesome show over here. And that's where you want to party on Friday nights. I mean, it starts from Monday throughout the week. We have great times that you want to come here and then show your skills. You want to be on the dance floor and do your own thing. Of course, you can do that. You'll find me here serving you drinks and all of that. So it's always an exciting time to be here at Vienna City. And also, let's say thank you to Marie Noel for making sure that we look good, you know, doing our makeup for us, our pedicure, manicure, and everything. You want to go to Osu Salem Street, that's where you can find them. And you can call them on 0244-211-311 and talk to Marie Noel. And Champion Dishes also making sure that we're always doing good when it comes to good food. That's where you have to go. So go there right now and enjoy the best of food. And that's all we're talking about. Adabraka. And you can find them there, and then that will be good. Rollites is also giving us pretty good t-shirts and all of that, you know. So if you're, you know, one of our ardent viewers out there, please stay with us because there's some things that you're going to be winning over here on the show. I'll bring some of the Rollites t-shirts so you can see the amazing stuff, and we'll be giving some of them out very soon. So you might just want to continue to watch us, and let's have a great time together. Big Rhyme.
Yes, sir.
I want to relate to you on that very, you know, issue you're talking about. I feel that I've had a personal convo with my brother Lexus Bill. Now, right after this, I'll come to you, Arno. Now, this is what happened. You know, Lexus was actually in Kenya. He traveled to Kenya, and what happened was that Lexus Bill of Joy FM, the drive time host of Joy FM, and what happened was that he mistakenly didn't stamp his passport when he got to Kenya. I think the lady was in charge, made a mistake and didn't stamp on it. So when Lexus finished and was actually leaving Kenya, he got to the airport and they realized that his passport has not been stamped for entering into Kenya.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so now immigration came and decided that you're not going out of this country because we don't know how you got in. It's not being stamped. And so how are you going to get out is a big deal now. Yeah. And unfortunately, the person who hosted Lexus in Kenya, he's already removed the chip, the Kenya chip. So there was no way he was going to get to the guy. And the guy is a very popular guy in Kenya. He's a radio presenter, morning show host in Kenya. So he could have easily called the guy to just identify with him so that he would come and then tell him, oh, it was a mistake or something of the sort. So he was stuck at the Kenya airport. And then he thought it was like, okay, fine. I mean, checking back in Ghana, they know me. Yeah. I mean, around the world, people listen to me. People know me too well. Maybe, just maybe, Kenya might have heard of me. So let me play the trick on this. So he told the guy that, you know what, I'm a radio presenter in Ghana, one of the most reputable stations, Joy FM, and I do the drive time there. And so I'm not just coming in here illegally, I came here legal. So if you don't mind, can we check on the internet and Google my name? Whatever it is you find over there, I mean, that's me. If you think that I deserve to leave this place in peace, give me the go-ahead. If you think that we'll still have to maintain this very discussion, let's go ahead. And so the guy, they Googled Lexus Bill, and the guy started finding stories of Lexus Bill. Oh, Lexus Bill, the drive time of morning show of Hit FM, blah, 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 blah. I was like, yo, you're a radio presenter. Oh, you can't come here illegally. I mean, you're good to go, go. That was a stump. They cleared him. So imagine if Lexus Bill go rape somebody. Lexus Bill does that. I just want to identify what he says. You get the point.
Okay,
so,
let's
sometimes the negatives
let's not weigh in on
outweigh the positives.
I'll come in.
see, I can understand where Ikram is coming from. But you see, I do not get it when artists and let's say entertainers come up with, oh, and we are always spewing negativity, we are always projecting negativity. It is not true. Typical example, Ikram, and I'm using him because he brought it up. 2012, 2013, he was all over the place. Hit songs, signing some song deals, and here and there playing international shows, and we were writing about it.
Was the same bloggers?
Exactly. We were writing about it. Who was projecting it? Were we not the person who were projecting the stuff that he was making? So at the end of the day, if you are caught in some quagmire, some nasty incident, am I not supposed to write about it? I go write them. See, the difference is, if I'm misinterpreting something or I am fabricating something, that's a different ballgame. But if you are doing something negative, and as an entertainment journalist, you are telling me not to report it, for what?
Exactly.
That's what you're getting it
wrong. No! You see, my job is to project the news. And so, in one vein, I'm projecting the good, the positive ones. In the same vein, I'm projecting the negative ones.
But when you outweight the other,
which one will outweigh? When he went to Lexis Bills went to Google, what did he see?
KMJ, let me.
I wrote good stuff about him.
Exactly, because he was doing good stuff.
For some very good reasons. Like, he's been a good guy. So,
listen, I'm not going to twist the fact that I'm
every
saying
time bloggers, entertainment
angel
journalists
type of stories all the time. I'm saying, sir, these credible sites you follow up and all that, whereby people Google you, they get to see. People, most times, they put the thing where... Listen, SMCA, that's when you know they have your number. But sometimes that seconds to just clarify things because you won't be snapped to just type. Because they hear good English. If you put some story, big English, you know, this person maybe just go read dictionary and just won't throw to you. The heading and things, you know, they make a thing. I'm not saying you don't have to, like I said from the start, there's no criteria of how to report a story. Good or bad, if I talk about.
No, there is.
So there is. When people
let me ask you a question.
What did the writers do about the person who go talk say, could entry and things, die and things?
You see,
what do I do about him?
There's a clear difference between who an entertainment journalist is and who is a blogger is. A blogger just comes on, he's speaking his mind, he's sharing his opinion.
Journalists
become speculative.
Go by far.
That is why it's very important for you, the artist.
But looks like the bloggers are more than the journalists.
That's why we don't.
If you want to support it,
we don't read the news though, no doubt, regardless. We don't read because we for know where they are talking with the high for making it before inside and things. But like I'm saying, the same credible ones that but you know, in all in all, we respect them so very much. You guys have a chance, Charlie. Just like when they need you, they need me. Sometimes multi that clarification, let it happen before you throw things at. Not only personally, but I feel like I didn't prompt them. One year I'll tell you, 1 year.
Oh yeah?
Joe, because KMG. If I won't find your number, go forget. If you won't find my number, go forget. So that's the way. Sometimes and hear the person on the other side said before you go fit. But because we are quick to type, you know, if you talk some sense, that be my only wahala. I don't have problem with bloggers or news people. They can write anything.
Let me come back to you. Kamika.
As he was saying before that, as he was saying like the report on the negative news and stuff. But where is the negative news coming from? That's one thing. Where is it coming from? You know, is it coming from your end? If the person is fabricating it, then that one is different. But if it's coming from your end, a blogger chooses it to see it how he sees it. Unlike a journalist who might go that extra mile to look at the whole thing. Oh, Charlie, what went on? Then report it. And as for the bloggers, Charlie, then plenty.
They asked me if I was dating Mr. Easy, but they put the story out there. Blogger, and I didn't take it seriously. Whatever.
You responded, didn't you? You responded. You denied.
Yes, and that's another good thing.
That's a good thing. I mean, the advice I want to give to you.
Underground artists can say anything and go scot-free anytime. But when you are there, you know that you think of radio play and everything.
But that's a fact.
But like I'm saying, it's like I didn't look at the
look,
underground with free mind.
The advice I want to give
I'm talking about
to
the
you.
credible people.
Listen, you cannot control what the bloggers
Never.
write. You cannot
And I'm not even trying to.
The editorial integrity of any journalist.
Sure.
What you can control is the narratives. Sure. Get a media team to work for you.
I do.
Rejoin that.
I do.
My brother, I think I'm making that simple for you.
I do.
KMJ.
All right, Sadiq will wrap up and then we want to talk about the VGMA.
So I think a week
or
or two ago, there was a story. Arnold had his own sources. He wrote a story I know my brand was also involved. But guess what? When I saw the story, immediately I saw the story. Ask what I did.
Yeah.
I reached out to Arnold.
It was a versatile one.
Yeah, I reached out to Arnold where I tell him, say, oh, this is A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
Calmly. And I went in and I gave more information
Details.
about my brand.
Exactly. And what
You understand?
going to do.
And so he clarified it immediately there and then. You
That's
understand?
what you should be doing.
Now, the question I needed to ask is that, look, which of the talents has one of the strongest narratives or image in town? No, be Becca. Do you know some of the things that went into making sure that Becca's narrative and image was solid by Kiki? There's a number of things he did. Even before he releases a song, ask a lot of the media people, he'll tell you that Kiki will spend time finding out all the relevant media guys whose feedback he can rely on. He can play the song to you. You listen to the song, you give him feedback. Most of the times you factor the feedback in the follow-up. You understand? Before he comes out, he sends out a release. There are a number of things he was doing to engage and interact with media people just so they can. So there was access first and foremost. He made the media people understand that, listen, I'm accessible. The brand is accessible. Anytime when you want to write anything or you want something, reach out to me. But this is how it's going to be like. He found a way. So constantly engaging them and issuing out releases and all of these things. Listen, reaction is one of the best things you can use to sell your brand. Reactions. If you understand it, you say this thing, no be. Because the person writes it, you can react. Yeah. I remember Kaki. What happened with Kaki? One of the things we did with Kaki, there were a number of negative things about her and everything. Somebody even wrote her an open letter. Immediately the open letter came when I was working with her, I wrote back. And that open letter was what really set us on a good path and took us to a different level.
And even Fancy got them after
you understand. So that's
what happened? Yeah. What happened? A bad publicity thing. I don't want to talk about it, but what did he do? He called me. I did some press releases, called you, called Amanda. We did some interviews, put out the release, everybody published it. It's okay.
Yeah, he disrespected my show as matter of fact.
So you must. When was the last time you did a press conference or a press release or anything like that?
What time did I
do any press release to
control
any?
You were here.
It's important that you
you're putting a press release together.
Oh, pretty soon. I've been charged on Mondays every video. I need to call away. But the thing is, you need to find something to say. Uni BB cancel sometimes, just work on it. That's me. You understand what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that I never have a problem with writers, bloggers, and everything. I only feel like sometimes
you go find.
Mine is that sometimes we have access to artists, you know, and we can get the credible stories out of them and make it more juicy. As a matter of fact, you know, media,
yeah,
you know, it could even bring you out of your hole. Sebio, it's worth it.
No publicity is bad publicity.
Of course, but it depends on the artist and how you go about it.
Some are emotional.
Well, you have to take your emotions out because this is an industry where you have to be.
I wouldn't be emotional.
This is an industry where you have to be tough. You have to put your emotions out because you never know what's going to be put out there.
Yeah.
You need to know how to handle yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So
okay, so
but if you are calm about it and level-headed about it,
that's another thing.
Often your response will be solid.
Yeah.
Because some small blogger writes something about you, go do video insults. And Joy FM will pick it up. And they'll pick the bad news, you understand?
Going with the mindset that they are partners in the business. That's how I personally, with every brand I've worked on, see media people. You understand? I've seen them more as partners. I've seen them more as
rather than
enhancers. Yes, I've seen them more as people that will do.
Them saying, you know, let me just put something out there so that they get publicity, so that they get the attention, you know, because you guys ain't giving us what we need.